Hey guys, welcome to A Film Darkly. I'm your host Anthony Paceno, and today I wanted to bring you another review. I just got done watching the movie Parasite. This was a film that was released in 2019. It's obviously up for Best Picture, and because it's up for Best Picture, theaters are essentially giving wide releases to movies, that win Best Picture or are up for Best Picture. They're nominated, and so this film just got a wide release here in America. In case you don't know, Parasite is actually a Korean film directed by Bong Joon-ho, and it was released October 11th, 2019. This movie has been getting a lot of attention for quite some time. And it's when you see it, I mean, now that I've seen it, I know why. This is a fantastic film. It's very well made. It's, I mean, I wouldn't even be putting it lightly by saying it's quite possibly one of the best movies of the year, if not the best. I mean, I think it definitely deserves a Best Picture nomination. I don't know if foreign films usually get nominated, but this film was apparently so good that the Academy decided, it needs a Best Picture nomination. Like, forget just, by, just some forget a nomination that is, just best foreign film. Because it's just, it's really that great of a film, and it's written by the director. He actually won a Golden Globe. Made a statement about how he's hoping for foreign films to get more. Like, well, his exact saying was something like, "Don't let the bottom 2 inches of the screen prevent you from enjoying a foreign film," meaning the subtitles. And he's right. He's definitely right. There's plenty of foreign films out there that are actually fantastic movies that audiences won't watch because of the fact that they have subtitles. This movie being Korean is no different. I just, what I think was probably most compelling about this movie was the script, and it was written by the director. And the script to this film, I mean, the dialogue is just nothing short of amazing. It's great dialogue, a great story. The movie somehow manages to move along in this interesting way where it starts out as like a comedy, and then the drama just unfolds slowly, and you're just kind of like, wow. And every time you think you know what's going to happen next, that's not what happens next. Something else happens entirely. It's an interesting movie about greed and class. It's a film that is definitely trying to, has a certain political message to it. But at the same time, like, it's not in your face, because it's built through the characters and by giving you this fantastic story. I mean, the title is so fitting to this movie that I really want to watch it again because there's just so much in this movie that's so rich. There's layers to this film. It's incredibly smart. It's an intelligently made film. The acting in it is stupendous. I mean, I could go through, the actors, but I'll tell you right now, I won't be able to pronounce most of these names well. Cho Yi Young, I believe that she's up for, or was up for a Golden Globe and won, I think. I can't really give a lot of these names justice, to be honest. These people just, they all have, they're Korean actors, obviously, so their names are more difficult for me to pronounce. I just say go see this movie. You got to go see this movie. It's such a great film. Like I said, the acting is just fantastic. It's not necessarily a cinematic, cinematography wise, is it necessarily the most stunning thing? I think the movie that's deserves best cinematography that's out there right now, from what I could tell, is probably 1917. But I wouldn't, I would say this film is better in every other category. It's just better acting, a better story, great dialogue, just a really compelling story. I can't get over the story, the script. I mean, the screenplay to this is phenomenal. It really deserves an award. I'm not even sure if it's up for best screenplay, and it should be. Definitely should be up for best director. That's for sure. Um, I just can't say enough good things about this film without just starting to get spoilery. The characters, like I said, you get very invested in them very quickly, and like I said, it's a bit of a comedy. And the interesting aspect to me was how these characters were so funny at first, and then they do the things they do, and you're kind of like, is that moral? Like, you start questioning stuff, and as it moves along, you start to question, the level of morality, where the line is drawn, and just the tragedy of this film. It's sold as this like dramatic sort of masterpiece, and tragedy. And it's interesting because it's like when you start this movie out, you don't feel like that's the movie you're about to watch. But this movie manages to keep that promise, and I think that's one of the things I enjoyed the most. Such long, lingering scenes of dialogue, just long scenes where you're just sitting there. I mean, literally, set the camera on a tripod and just have these people just talk. And like, it's not even like you see the camera moving angles or anything like that. Just talk. That's it. And it's just amazing to me how long some of these scenes were shot, but how the dialogue was so good, it just kept you enthralled. It kept you involved. You were just sitting there watching and just eating it up. And like I said, it's a movie where I feel right away, I gotta watch it again, because I think there's a very strong message in there. It's a very philosophical film, and that's just one of the things I appreciate. And it's not on the nose. It's embedded within a good story. It's the difference between a movie like Get Out and Us. Where Get Out, Pill managed to put his beliefs in the film, but it was embedded in a solid and strong story. Whereas in Us, it wasn't. The beliefs seeped out and overcame, a great story, what could have been a good story and a good movie. And part of it is the entire premise of that film couldn't really survive without really strong political assertions. And with that being the case, it was kind of doomed to fail. I think that's why it got forgotten so quickly. Like, there's people who've seen Us, and at the time were like, I love it. But you don't hear them talking about it now. I don't think it's on very many top 5 or top 10 lists of the year. It's definitely not a movie I thought about. If I were to sit down and like make my list, it's just not. It's seriously not there. So yeah, I just think Parasite is a movie worth watching. Don't fear the subtitles. Go see it. This movie deserves to have some good financial success. It's a great film. Is it my favorite of the year? I can't say that, but I can definitely say that it definitely cracks the top 10, if not even possibly the top 5. I'd have to really think about that for a second, but it's definitely one of my favorite movies this year. I think it's fantastic, or this last year. I think it's a fantastic film. So anyways, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I will talk to you guys in the next video, or in the next podcast. Bye.